Hey, all right, everybody, how's it going? Now, a lot of people come on my channel and they say things like, who would buy a 10-year-old electric car? Well, my daughter and her boyfriend did buy this car and it's almost 10 years old. It's about 9.5 years old and they did buy it. So let's have a look what it's like owning an almost 10-year-old Nissan Leaf. Okay, then let's have a quick look around the car. It's in very good condition, I gotta say. Now, they paid £3,999 and the Nissan Leaf, let's have a quick look around it here. It's in very good condition. It's got a bit of mud on it, but there's no dents, there's hardly any, I can't see any scratches on it that I know of. So it is in very, very good condition. Let me move back a little bit further so you can see. And they paid £3,995 for it, and it's got 48,000 miles on the clock. Now, when I went with them to pick the car up, there was one thing. The tyres are a little bit low. Most of them are about 3.5 mil or 3.9, but there is one tyre at the back here that I need to change because I think the tyre at the back here is only on, I think this one here is only on 2.5 mil. So they're going to change that one. Now, I tried to barter to get it down because I needed, the tyre's not the best. But he wouldn't take any money off, which is fair enough because it was pretty cheap. I think there's a little mark there. That might polish out, that might do there. But it's in fantastic condition. We'll have a look inside in a minute. Let's go to the front of the car and have a look. And everything is as it should be. It's a very good second-hand buy. There is a little mark down there. I don't know if you can see it there where my foot is. There's a little mark down there. But other than that, it's all good. It's very, very good. And this is the Techno model. So this is the top of the range model as well. So it gets all the bells and whistles. It gets the 360 camera. We'll go into that in a minute now, but it gets the 360 camera. So it's got a camera in the back, under the boot thing there. It's got a camera under the mirrors on either side. And I think the front, is there a camera up there? I don't think there's one in the front down here. I think it's up there in the windscreen. So it's got 360 reversing camera. It's got it all. Okay then, sitting inside the car, you can see the energy economy there. And they're actually getting 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. Now, when they bought the car, it was on about 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. There's another cyclist going past there. Look, there we go, look. That's about the that's about the 12th cyclist has gone past since I've been filming by here. But it seems like it's a massive good cycling route. I don't know why, because when you go around the corner, there's a huge hill. The hill is massive around the corner. But anyway, let's get back to the car. So there we go. I don't know if you can see there, 48,000 miles. Energy economy is 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And like I said, when they got the car, somebody must have had a sort of a heavy ride boot because it was on 3.1 kilowatts per hour. I think they are driving around in eco mode, so I don't know if that's making a difference, but 4.5 is very, very good. Now over by here, if you look at the bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's got 11 bars out of 12, so it has lost a little bit on the battery, but I think they said they're getting about, they have put it to 100% once, and it got to 91 miles on a 24 kilowatt hour battery on 11 bars. So that's pretty good. That's not too bad at all. So you've got to remember, it has got a small battery. The interior-wise, let me move the cameras out the way. The leather's holding up well for nearly 10 years. The driver's seat is good. I can't show you the driver's seat because I'm sitting on it. I'll get out the car and show you now. It's got electric windows all round. It's the Techno version. Now, the one thing I don't like about this car, which is a bit peculiar, is down there, down under there somewhere, but my foot is there. I can't find it. There's there. It's got a foot handbrake, if that makes any sense. So it's got a foot handbrake. And they used to have, the older models, oh, some money there, look. The older models used to have electric handbrake. And I think the 2014, 15 onwards models got rid of the electric handbrake and they put a foot brake there. And it is a bit of a faff. But you do get used to it. You just push that down and it comes up, and take it off and then push it down to put it on. But I'm not particularly keen on that. It's got heated seats. It's got rear heated seats. It's got everything. sat nav, I don't know how good that sat nav is. It's probably out of date now, that sat nav is there. The heating works, the aircon works, everything works. So there we go. Here we go. And 4.5 kilowatts per hour. They're driving this very economically. Oh, and also they're filling up on 7.5 pence per kilowatt. So it's cheap as chips. Now I just want to add, if you've come here for a good car review, I'm not a car reviewer, I'm just a bloke on YouTube. Now, I'm trying to make this video for this car, and people keep coming past on a bike. I've picked the most secluded spot I could find, but it's a nice sunny day today, so everybody's out and about, going for a walk, going on their bike. So I got to keep stepping to the side, get out of the way of the people on their bikes and stuff. Not many cars come past here. It is a nice place. I'll tell you what, I'll get my camera and I'll show you around that way and show you where I am, because it is a nice place where I am. So I'll show you the car and I'll show you the view as well. Right, okay, I don't know how good this camera's going to pick up the view from here, because it is a lot of trees in the way and the sun has gone in a little bit, so it's a little bit dark where I am at the moment. But if I point down that way, down there is Caerphilly Castle somewhere, so Caerphilly's down there in the valleys. And then, you know, I'm almost at the top of the mountain. The mountain's a little bit higher up there, and there we go, all the way around. It is a nice day today. It's a little bit cold, but the sun's out. So anyway, that's where I am, and that's where the car is. Okay then, so what does it drive like? Well, it drives very, very nice. Now, there is one little niggly thing. I did say there's nothing wrong with it other than one of the tyres was low, but there is one little teeny weeny little thing that I want to touch on, and that is that the brakes now the brake pads are fine, the discs are fine, but there's a little bit of, how can I put it? The brakes need like taking off, cleaning up and re-greasing, because when you reverse out of the driveway, just looking for any cars come in, when you reverse out of the driveway, it's making a little bit of a squeaky, as if the brakes are slightly binding on. So I'm going to take the brakes off one by one, clean them all up, give them a good clean, re-grease the bits that move back and forth, and then everything should be tickety-boo. So there's not anything actually wrong with the brakes as such, but it might be when you take the handbrake off, or the foot brake. Do you call it a foot brake or a handbrake? I use my foot, so it's a foot brake. But anyway, there's another cyclist coming up here. He looks puffed out. So there it is, see him go past the window then. So I'm going to take off the brakes one by one. Well, I say I'm going to do them. My daughter's boyfriend's going to do it. I'm going to tell him what to do and show him what to do. He's going to clean them up. I'm going to show him how to do it. So that is the only thing I can find wrong with the car, is the brakes make a bit of a squeak when you come backwards. I better go a bit fast because it can't come in behind me. I'm in B mode, which is, you know, getting a bit of regen on this hill on the way down. And it is holding the car back. I don't have to touch the brakes hardly at all going down this hill. It's quite a big hill. I do need the brakes a little bit when I come to corners, but the regenerative braking is all working as it should as well. There's no funny squeaks and rattles other than the brakes I just mentioned. So it all drives lovely. It drives like an electric car should, basically. Now, they've had the car for about, I'm going to say, 3 weeks. I think they've had a car for about 3 weeks, and they've already said, no, they've had no bills for this car yet because it's all working perfectly, but they've said they will never drive a petrol or diesel car ever again after owning this electric car. That's what they said. Now, the comparison is the car they had before this one, which is a bit of a jump in cars, is they had a 2010 Nissan Pixel 1 litre 3-cylinder engine. So you can see that this is a bit of a step up in power and refinement from what they had before. But nevertheless, they said, you know, they much prefer, there's loads of cyclists coming again, so I'm going to have to stop by here a minute and wait for these cyclists to go past. 1, 2, 3, I got to wait for them all to come past. Nice and slow up the hill. Okay. There they go, coming past. All right there. There we go. So there we go. They all looked older than me, and they're all cycling. Well, I need to get my electric bike out. So, what do I think of this car? I really like it. I like it so much that, here's a shock for you. If you subscribe, you will see that I have bought an electric car myself. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You can put your guesses below what I've bought. It's not a brand new electric car. It's a 2018 68 plate. So put your guesses in the comments down below what electric car I've bought. And it is a surprise with electric car. I haven't paid a lot for a 68 plate certain car. There's a reason why. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll see what electric car I've bought and what I've got to do to the electric car. Ooh, exciting! So that's enough. There will be another electric car on the channel as well. So we'll be a two-car electric car family. Because people have said, you haven't got an electric car. Why are you making YouTube videos about electric cars? Well, there's going to be two parked on the drive now. Right, so what do I think of this car? I do like it. There's a few things I do like. There's a few things I don't like. I did say the only thing I don't like is the foot brake, handbrake malarkey. I do wonder why they got rid of the electric handbrake. Because I think in the newer Nissan Leaf models, the Techno version has got the electric handbrake back again. So they had the electric handbrake, then they got rid of the electric handbrake, and then they brought it back for the top models. So I don't know, was it a cost-saving thing? I don't know. But in an electric car, electric handbrake would be nice. The other thing I don't like is, I don't like this. Now people might disagree with me because a lot of people do like the Nissan Leaf. It's got like a two-tier display, so you've got all this stuff going on down below here. Then you've got up the top the time, the temperature outside, your little magic tree thing to tell you how good the magic tree is full, by the way, and your speed. And then down here you've got all these things here, which would be a bit confusing. First of all, it's telling you your economy, if you're regenning, the heat of your battery, how much battery power you got left, and the healthier battery, etc, etc. It's not too bad, but what I don't like is all the bings and bongs. When you press the button and it bings and bongs and bongs and bings. I suppose that's to tell you that the car is starting up. I suppose if you're in a diesel car or a petrol car, it makes noises, so I suppose that's the equivalent. But anyway, like I said, everything works in this car. It's almost a 10-year-old car. It is coming up to his 10th birthday soon, and everything works fine. It charges alright. I've tried doing the old CHAdeMO charging. It fast charges alright. It slow charges alright. Now this one has got this is the older Nissan Leaf, so it has got only got the 3.3 kilowatt off the wall charging. And it did come with a granny cable and the Type 2 cable in the back. I have had a home charger installed as well. So there we go, 7.5 pence charging in the night. I know people will say if they haven't got a driveway, it don't make sense. Well, if it doesn't make sense for you at the moment, don't buy one. But anyway, that's my waffle. I'm not a car reviewer. I'm just telling you what it's like owning a 10-year-old electric car. And there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, let's carry on. Now, the one thing I have noticed when driving this car in B mode is I'm not actually using the brakes that much. I mean, it is slowing you down. It's not like a one pedal driving in this car, but it does slow you down quite a lot. So I'm not actually using the brakes a lot. And I think that is the reason, probably one of the reasons why the brakes are a little bit squeaky, because they don't get quite used as much. So maybe that's why the brake, well, I know for a fact I've seen other electric car videos where the brakes need servicing every so often. They need taking off and cleaning, giving a good clean out, bit of grease where it's supposed to be, and everything is tickety-boo. But I think that is I think that's the reason why that there's a little bit of a squeak when you take the handbrake off, and when you reverse back it goes a bit like wee. That's my impression of a brake sticking on ever so slightly. So, you know, it's not very good to have a brake that's actually sticking on a little bit because you know, that might reduce your range just by a touch. So the weather is a bit better, so that'll be the next job on the list, taking the brakes off, taking the wheel off one by one. You don't have to do it all in one go, but take the wheel off, take the brakes off, give them a good clean out, and everything should be fine. there we go. I had to stop for another cyclist. I don't know if you can see him going up that way, but there's cyclists everywhere. Anyway, that's what it's like buying an almost 10-year-old Nissan Leaf with no warranty left. Everything's working as it should. Everything's tickety-boo. Actually, it's a very good second-hand buy. I've bought 10-year-old cars before, piston cars, and I've had a lot more things wrong with them than this car. So it is a fantastic buy. I think it's a good price. Like I said, the price of electric cars have come down a little bit, and I think £4,000 for a 10-year-old electric car that works perfectly well is very, very good. So there we go. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ho-hoi!